All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Microsoft 365 Pulse. I think this might be the first show where all four of the new folks are here. So this is a very exciting time. We have got all of the updates for you from the Microsoft roadmap, and we'll start to go through them. I will just pick one that I think is pretty cool and then pass it to someone else who will maybe pick one and pass it around, or they'll pick like 10. I don't know. If it's Tom, he'll probably pick 10. But
Ouch. Ouch. I'm hurt. It's
oh,
true, but I'm hurt.
the first one that I liked, which is in development, it should be coming March of 2026, which is really any day now, it seems. But it's Microsoft Copilot, Microsoft 365 List in Context IQ. So users will be able to search for and select SharePoint list through the Context IQ menu to help ground their prompts when using Copilot. So just now that you can search now and add like files and different things like that, you're going to be able to search and point to a SharePoint list and say, hey, ground my answers here. Very helpful when you have a lot of data inside of SharePoint list. So I'm excited to see that change. It looks like it is going to be coming, if I had to guess, but I don't want to guess, to worldwide. So it's going to start in just the worldwide, which is the enterprise environments, and then it will be coming to the other environments later. So that was the one I think that got me the most excited. I'll pass it to Tamara.
Thank you. So I am so excited. I cannot. I spend all my life in Teams meetings, delivering information to users. So, and driving adoption. So this one made me so I am just over the moon. Microsoft Teams hide meeting toolbar.
Yay.
Users can now hide the entire meeting controls toolbar during the meeting to create more space or simply clean up their workspace. The setting will persist across their meetings, and the toolbar can be accessed through hover or tab functionality, even when in hidden mode. And also, keyboard shortcuts will still remain active as they are today. Now, that's April, and that's coming out for commercial, the worldwide tenant. And then also, this just tickles me. Recently used emojis sync across devices for Microsoft Teams. I know if you are a quick responder and you like to respond with emojis, this is going to be very helpful. And the last one that oh gosh, there's so many good ones. But the last one that I'm going to touch on is Microsoft 365 Change Meeting Organizer.
Yay.
Via PowerShell commandlet in Exchange Online. Tell
we
me.
need it to be through the UI, so we're getting,
I know,
guess,
it's
first
coming.
taste.
But this is May, and everybody's getting the love. Worldwide, GCC,
Great.
GCC High, and DoD. Because who has not had that person who has left the company, but they were in charge of the recurring meeting, and now you're stuck with this recurring meeting on your calendar and nobody can take it over. Well, this commandlet allows administrators of the Exchange Online tenant to change the organizer of an existing meeting or meeting series via the PowerShell commandlet. So this can be used, for example, to maintain continuity and history of a long-running meeting series in cases where the meeting organizer has a new role, is on leave, or during the offboarding process. Now, once the meeting is transferred, the new organizer will be able to maintain all the properties of the event, including meeting time and recurrences, attendees, and description. Meeting attendees within Exchange Online tenant will not need to re-RSVP, thank you, Lord, and the existing event on their calendar will silently be updated to the new meeting organizer information. A subsequent feature will enable users to change the organizer via the modern calendar in OWA, New Outlook, and Teams. For user-initiated transfers, the new organizer must accept the meeting before the transfer completes. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm sending all of my meetings to Bob.
Bob doesn't want them. Life's tough. Bob
Bob's
has
like,
them
heck
now.
no. All right. So, Tom or Matt, who wants to go next?
Matt, go ahead and take it away on the purview stuff.
Oh, my favorite topic, security. So there's only a couple this week, and I'm just gonna like spoiler right now. None of these are terribly exciting, but I'll touch on them quickly anyway. So first and foremost, Microsoft's making an update to the compliance portal and the service health dashboard therein. I did talk about this a couple of weeks ago. Microsoft has simply updated the roadmap item. We're looking at a March 2026 release, and this will be coming to standard worldwide. Sorry, my other tenant friends, not for you at least yet. Microsoft is introducing a new Microsoft Purview role-based access control role. Good thing we don't use redundant words around here anywhere.
Teams.
Purview agent deployment. So this will give a more granular role within Microsoft Purview to be able to understand and deploy Copilot security agents within Purview without needing additional roles. I always love it when Microsoft gives us granularity with roles anywhere in the system, whether it's in the regular admin center or whether it's in Azure or whether it's in Purview. Please give us more granular roles so we don't have to give people crazy levels of access for them to be able to do basic things. So this is another step in the right direction for Microsoft for role-based access control in Purview. So this Purview agent deployment role in development slated to be delivered sometime this month, February 2026. And again, that's also coming to standard worldwide. Microsoft has allowed for some data catalog advanced resource sets changes. This will allow logical grouping of files with the same schema and that are under the same folder into a single file known as a resource set. This will help to reduce workload on the system and to just be able to more logically bucket your data together within the data catalog in Microsoft Purview. This is slated to be released April of this year, 2026, and again is also coming to standard worldwide. And my last one relates to Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management, the ability to create cases without content inside of that insider risk management. The big headline on this one is actually not the ability to create a case without content from IRM. It is the fact that Microsoft is introducing a new active case limit. They are bumping that limit up to 2,000. I said a couple weeks ago, Microsoft likes to give us tiny quotas for the special things they allow us to do, and then over time they increase it and increase it and increase it. Welcome to an increase. So 2,000 cases is much better, especially if you work for a large company. Exceeding 2,000 cases within Purview could potentially be easy. Definitely exceeding the previous limit, which I don't recall off the top of my head what it was, but 2,000 is a better number than whatever that number was. This is coming in May of this year, and I am pleased to announce this is coming to standard worldwide, GCC, GCC High, and DoD. So more people get to play with their increased case limits within Microsoft Purview.
So much love.
So much love. Tom?
Sure. As usual, I'll hit some of the Copilot ones here, but I think I may make a few little side trips in the process. First one is catch up on important emails in Copilot chat. So this is going to enable you within your Copilot chat to say, hey, what's hot in my inbox? Or what were the most important emails from next week? And it's going to basically highlight those messages from your manager, leadership, top collaborators, or emails containing tasks when you use those prompts. So that's something that's coming out in March, will be coming out to worldwide because that's usually where all the Copilot stuff goes first. One that I've actually seen show up in prior roadmaps, but we'll go ahead and mention it again because it makes Tamara really happy, and that is list email attachments in Microsoft 365 Copilots. So your users are going to be able to list the file attachments that they received or sent over email in Microsoft 365 Copilot. That's really nice if you're looking for that one special attachment and you can't find it anywhere in your inbox. There's a good chance the Copilot can find it for you now. Scrolling further down on the list, this one I think is going to be really, really valuable, even though people might not understand it at first. And that is on SharePoint, admin policy for expiring people in your organization links. So yeah, I heard somebody go, administrators can now set organization-wide policies to automatically expire people in your organization sharing links after a specified period. This helps organizations maintain tighter control over internal content sharing by ensuring links don't remain active indefinitely. Configure expiration timeframes that align with your organization's data governance requirements, whether that's 60 days, 90 days, or a custom period. That is really valuable because you may be oversharing, and with Copilot, Copilot will find it. So we have that coming out in June for OneDrive and SharePoint, and it's coming out to the whole gamut, worldwide, GCC, GCC High, and DoD.
Real quick,
Tom.
On that item, I'm just gonna keep my security hat on. If you rolled out Copilot to your organization and you think you don't have oversharing problems, I'm sorry to tell you, odds are you do. Expiring all company links is a great way to reduce your oversharing problems.
Yes. It's a very valuable one, even though people will probably read that and go, like, no, that should be a whole. So let's hopefully they understand it at that point.
That's why I gasped when you read the headline.
Yeah, there you go. I love that one. Then we have copy tables in Copilot chat. Yeah, there you go. We're now furnishing your apartment at the same time we're letting you use it. Users will now copy tables created in Copilot, leverage Copilot to make your content better and use it anywhere you do. So you get an output of a table, you can now copy it and put it wherever you want to. I've got one more, and the only reason I want to cover this one is because it's like somebody got gifted a thesaurus.
No.
And they went just hog wild on this word, which now may be my favorite new word. And this is Copilot Search helps you discover people. Now, Copilot Search can return matching people on your broader people search inquiries, allowing you to discover, disambiguate, I love that, and explore known and new people to contact. Discover whether you're looking for people with a specific skill like project management or artificial intelligence. Copilot Search can help you explore potential contacts through the people data source. Disambiguate when there are multiple people matching the same name, email, or alias. Copilot Search will help you disambiguate through a new carousel on the main results page alongside other relevant results. This is coming out to the worldwide standard tenant sometime this month. And I'm sure it will be very disambiguated when it gets here.
Can I tell you, disambiguate is my second favorite word. My first favorite word is recombobulation.
Oh, that works too.
That is the area right after TSA is called the recombobulation.
Oh, yeah. That's space. Where I carry everything I'm wearing off to a chair so I can put it back on. And that's all I have for in development. We can move on to rolling out now, of which there are not many.
Thank you for helping us disambiguate that item, Tom.
I did want to share one last thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I talked over. All I said was thank you for disambiguating that item for us, Tom.
No problem. I want to make it perfectly clear.
I did want to share one last thing, and that's Microsoft Teams sensitivity label inheritance for loop meeting notes.
That's a good one.
So loop meeting notes now automatically inherit your meeting sensitivity label. So when admins enable label inheritance in the sensitivity labeling policy, any labeled meeting applies the same label to its loop meeting notes, ensuring protection like encryption, access controls, data handling rules, and that all of this carries forward consistently. This also ensures, talking about oversharing, ensures that Copilot and agent responses based on loop meeting notes accurately reflect the meeting sensitivity, keeping confidential content protected end to end. Now that's coming out in April and just for worldwide.
Very cool.
I had to get that one in there.
Love it. Well, on to rolling out. I only had one that I really liked. There were only 4, but the one that I really liked is coming out in February of 2026, which is great. That is this month, so it should be rolling out extensively now. But this is People Skills Expanded AI Inferencing for all E3 and E5 users. So currently, the People Skills tool that's available will go in and use AI to infer what your skills are based on who you are, what you're doing, all the things it knows about you. Right now, that's only working for Copilot licensed users. So you can imagine that if you're in an organization that only partially gives Copilot licenses, you're only going to partially have inferred skills. So they're expanding that to all E3 and E5 licenses. So that's great. I'm really looking forward to even getting this against our user base to see where we're going there. So it's going to pull information from the graph, pull all things around us. We know that people, let's be honest, people do not update those skills quickly or easily. So having AI do it is a really great thing. And then you can do heat maps across your org, all the things that are great. So I'm excited to see that change, and it makes a lot of sense there. So that's rolling out now. That is rolling out to the worldwide tenant. So that should be coming soon to a worldwide tenant near you. Now I'll just pass it to the group. Anything else in rolling out?
I'll throw one out, even though I think it's probably one that Tamara would have taken, because I think they've been promising this for, I'm going to say years now, because I keep looking for it and it never shows up. And that is on Microsoft Teams network strength icon to understand the strength of your network. So basically, when you've got your picture on the screen, next to your name, there's going to be a little 3-bar icon. And it's going to basically tell you what your network connection is. So if you have 3 bars, you're great. If you have 2 bars, you're getting through. If you have 1 bar that's poor, apparently will also come with suggestions to conserve that bandwidth. So if your computer's cranking away at 98% CPU and you're having really bad connection problems with Teams, it's going to say, hey, you may want to shut down some things that you're running in order to have better response time. I think that is an awesome thing. I can't wait for this to come out. Can't wait to share it as an internal tip, because we have people going, well, I didn't have a great experience. And we have to go look up other things behind the scenes in Teams where this is a really quick way that they can go, oh, I'm not having a good network connection here. How come? Oh, here's some things I can do. So I think that one's going to be really good, and it is going out to worldwide and GCC, so a little bit more love than normal.
And I can say that feature must have recently dropped in my tenant, because I have the little bar icon next to my name right now, and according to Microsoft, my connection is good.
Yeah, I had it when I was in the user group call yesterday, but of course I was in their tenant.
Right.
I thought, oh, this is great. So I got off the phone, called one of my friends. It's like, hey, can I invite you to a meeting really quick to look at it? And I did. And she came up on the screen. I'm like, damn, they don't have it in here. So we're still waiting for it to hit our tenant.
We'll get it soon.
Yep.
All right. Anything else? I've got one more if no one has any.
Go for it.
All right. So I really like this one. I use Copilot meeting recaps quite a bit. So one thing that meeting recaps doesn't currently do is cover what people share on their screen. Now, moving forward, they're rolling out meeting recaps will be able to capture what people are sharing on their screen, making that part of the meeting notes. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see how well they do that, but to show, hey, they showed, the ADO board, they showed the project plan, they showed this document, whatever it is they're showing. I think that's great for doing that. So that should be rolling out. Again, I'm guessing, the worldwide tenant this February. So we have that. And then going to The next one, which is launched, I'm going to pass it to Tamara because I think there's one in there she loves. And that she can go first so she can do it.
I want to do the FAQ one. I want to do the FAQ one.
No,
You're going to be sad.
You took like 6 from opening. You took the other one. Let Tamara go, man. Let her go.
Share the love, Tom.
Microsoft SharePoint, the new web part for FAQ, which has been in development since the dawn of ever-loving time.
And has shown up in just about every freaking roadmap spreadsheet that we've had for the last 4 months. At the top.
And shows up under canceled or deferred. Oh, this is not working. We announced it, but anyway. Oops. This is launched to everybody worldwide. Nope, I'm sorry, not everybody, just worldwide and GCC. So after further review, we mistakenly marked the roadmap as launched. But now it's no longer mistakenly in the roadmap at launched. It actually is launched. And the SharePoint FAQ web part helps assist content owners to keep their content fresh and relevant. Powered by Microsoft 365 Copilot, this new web part can help content owners easily curate FAQs by working with agents and connected grounding data. With a human-in-the-loop approach, ooh, I like that, it ensures high-quality, trustworthy FAQs without the hassle. The result? A living, breathing FAQ that evolves with your organization needs.
I love it.
I'm really curious about this one. When they talk about a living FAQ, is it continually updating the FAQ based on content that's being put out in whatever the target is?
Yes.
Or is it, okay, because I'm thinking with the human in the loop, you're not going to want to make that change without them. Mm-hmm. But how do you know it's time to update it?
I haven't worked with it yet, but yes, I think what's going to happen is you're going to get notified that there is an update.
Okay.
And you'll probably have to go in and approve it. This is me guessing because I haven't used it yet.
Yeah. I just think the description is so funny that they left it as it's actually in development, but now it's in launched. And it was in launch, but it wasn't before, but now it is. You can see somebody reading for this for the first time going, and it's what now?
Well, there's a couple of PeerView launched. You want to talk about those, Matthew?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Jennifer. I've got 2 for Purview. I'm going to bucket them together because they're both related to data security investigations. One of them is introducing 2 new functions. One of them is an in-product cost estimator, as well as a transparency report. Now, essentially, what this boils down to is there are functions within your Microsoft tenant, especially within Azure, that cost money to run on top of your regular licensing. Right now, there's not a ton of transparency with what costs what and how much something might cost if you're trying to forecast your budget for your Azure spend or something along those lines. So both the in-product cost estimator as well as the transparency report will give you breakdowns of build storage and compute unit usage, which will empower your data security investigators to be able to better understand what compute and cost you're drumming up within Azure, as well as forecast new spend. So these are great opportunities for you and your company to maybe get a better idea of your cost, maybe rein in some overspending that might exist within your Azure, and just have a better idea of what the heck is going on. And if you're rolling out new servers within Azure, new VMs, whatever that might be, you can get a better understanding of how much that's going to cost. And as someone who owns several servers in an Azure tenant, I like this idea because I like a better forecast of what I'm going to be spending, as opposed to getting to the end of the month and going, oops, I guess I used too many cycles. The last one, again, also related to data security investigations, is introducing some new AI analysis tools, which will include the ability to investigate context for higher quality results, and will add improvements in vector search reliance and content categorization for better identity of risky materials. Really, what this is saying is this is going to give some AI functionality within those investigations to be able to better locate content you might be looking to investigate. Microsoft's adding AI at every potential opportunity. This is another space, but this will give your data security investigations just a little more oomph. Both of these have launched this month and should have launched everywhere worldwide tenants.
Cool.
Very cool. And then the last section for canceled, we have one, and that is Microsoft Viva Copilot Impulse follow-ups for Glint surveys. And so that is being removed from the roadmap as it is no longer accurate. So no Glint surveys in Copilot, at least for now. And that is all the updates for this week. So I guess we'll be
Cool.
back next week with more updates and changes. So
It's
thanks
what we do.
everybody.
Bye
Thanks.
all.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.